same question for you. Advantages to in-game currencies. Like, what does it do for your game?
Yeah. Well, my obvious answer here is you can reward in-game currencies to players, and you can't give them Robux. For example, you want to give cops a paycheck for arresting criminals, or criminals, you want to give them a reward for robbing the bank. You can reward them currencies, which you can't do for Robux, and the players can work for it, can collect and use that to buy something instead of having to buy Robux, and then that goes into having multiple currencies for, say, different lines of progression, different teams. You could have different currencies to. So you rely more on XP on the teams and then cash on the civilian team, so that way you could work and progress as a criminal on the civilian team, or you can go and work and progress as a cop on the police team or the fire department team, and you can do those in whatever combination you want. You can play on the police team 24/7. You could do a little bit of both, whatever is most important for you. And even like limited time events, you can do currencies for events. And so the players have to participate in the event to purchase things from the event store, things like that.
Yeah. So why would you want to do, I guess in terms of monetization, why would you want to do an event currency for events? Like, what's the benefit of that versus just using your regular currency?
Well, if it was just the regular currency, then players who have been playing the game and already have the currency, well, they don't need to participate in the event. They could just use their hoarded cash and just go buy everything out on day one. And then you don't have, they're not playing the event. You don't have the participation that you're looking for. So in our Halloween event, for example, you can go trick-or-treating and you get candy, and that candy is our event currency, and then they can go to the Halloween shop and buy some special potions or things like that for the Halloween limited time event.
Limited time. We'll get to limited time events in a bit as a monetization strategy. But Ari, same question for you. Event currencies. Do you guys use those in your game as well?
Oh yeah, we have 3 Halloween events going on right now throughout our games, and we always have used a limited currency. And part of it is like, oh yeah, we don't want players who, with our sometimes broken economies, we don't want them to be able to purchase out, skip all the Halloween content that we've been working on, just to be able to get everything immediately. So spending time with the Halloween events is really important, but also usually Halloween events throughout our games have really, really sought after content by the players. And it's also a time for us to introduce some new content. So for the previous content that they see as extremely rare items, we want those to kind of represent their rarity through their price. So we're going to set those higher value based on how the community already views them. And, newer items are a little bit cheaper because they need time to saturate and develop their value naturally. So I would say always events, just introduce a new currency. Otherwise, rich players who played your game are just going to buy it out and be able to skip all that amazing content that you've created for them.
Yeah. I've experienced the same thing where no matter how tight your economy, there's always going to be the hoarders who just have like boatloads of cash.
Mm-hmm.
So like event currencies are a great way to just start everybody at zero for that specific event. Especially like in your example of Halloween, if you're starting on October 1st and you're designing it such that getting the best item in the event takes them, let's say 20 days of engagement, right? Like you can't do that with your own currency because some players are going to be halfway there already at the beginning or all the way there at the beginning, right? So it's just a great way to start from zero.
Yeah, exactly. You can kind of see it there, and we do like show, oh, this is the best value, to kind of be like, if you want the best bang for your buck, this is what option you want to buy.
Yeah. Have you had a UI before where you didn't have that tag in there in terms of displaying the best value?
No, I think we use that throughout all of our games, even if it's in slightly different format. We always have, you get 10% more just for free if you buy this tier.
Yeah, because I was going to ask if you had seen the benefit of adding it on there. Spoiler.
Yeah, see this one.
There's a huge benefit to doing that.
Yeah, and I mean, right now we can't see the exact purchases that users are making, which kind of is a little bit frustrating. But I know like at RDC, they said they're working on better analytics for us. So hopefully soon. But players like to get free bonuses. So those numbers are always cool to see.
Yeah. And it's not enough just to give them that free bonus. It's important to do the math for them, right? Because what percentage, I mean, even I'll ask the audience here, what percentage of you have gone to a store and sat down with a pen and paper and done the math of which one is the best deal, right?
I
Nobody-
won't lie, I kind of am that person. Like if
Everyone
I see
other
two
than
different
Sean.
brands, I'm taking out a calculator and figuring it out.
Right, but that's time that you could have spent actually playing the game versus just making the purchase and going, right? So there's huge benefit to just not only giving these offerings because you're incentivizing players to make a bigger purchase, but also helping them make that decision by doing the math for them.
And on that topic, we also have a picture of our in-game currency shop, and we do that with the best value, but we also put how much money in game they get for every 1 Robux, and you can see how much it increases with each level of products, and I think that's really good for people seeing the value of bigger bundles.
Yep,
So
there it
yeah,
is.
you can see there it starts at like let's see, what does that say? $214 per 1 Robux, and then the highest one is $571 for 1 Robux. So that's very tempting.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you did the exact math here. Was this Sean in his calculator again?
I think
Yeah.
it's actually just done by code.
Oh, awesome. There you go.